Thank you, YouTube. Oh, got it. Okay. Hello and welcome. It has been a while since I did a YouTube live, so I have been cooking up some stuff. I was traveling for a while and then I came back and I filmed my next course, my next information course, which is called She Comes Too. For anyone out there who's already got my first course, Come When You Want, which is all about curing premature ejaculation, the next course is all about being a great lover and learning how to have sex with women so that they reach orgasm and you can have orgasms through penetration and multiple orgasms and like how to be amazing in bed. Hi, Tiller Intoxicated. I'm glad to see that I can see your comments. So please type and just let me know that you're here, that you're listening so that I know who's live with us right now. Tyree. I saw somebody else pop up. I didn't catch you. Hello, Rodney. Farouk, sorry. Abhijit, Ecolina, Ronald, Clayton, Wyatt, Mark, Lonnie, Fire, Gino. Hi, welcome. Jarius. Is group sex bad? That's a great question. No, it's not bad. Easy one, thank you. I call it practice. Farouk, hi. Okay, so let's get some, thank you. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Wells Johnson. Welcome. Okay, let's get some answers. What do you guys think? Is masturbation sex? Does it qualify as sex? Give me a yes, no, and then give me a why. Hi, Steven. I'm great. Thank you for asking. So I've been thinking about this question in particular for last couple of days. I was listening to a podcast on incels and they were talking about like sexual scarcity and like people feeling like they can't have sex, and the person who was being interviewed was like, well, actually, like, what is our definition of sex? Like, what is the definition of sex? So I'm not talking about sexual intercourse. Intercourse is intercourse is when you have sex with another person, but like, what is sex? And like, what about, or let's even talk about sex with another person. What about oral sex? What about manual sex? What if you're using your mouth and your tongue and your fingers? Like, can that be sex? What if there's no intercourse? Could that still be sex? Hi, Tom. Check out Come When You Want. It's my course. You can purchase it. It's super cheap right now. It's still only $97, which everyone keeps telling me I need to raise the price, but I'm leaving it at $97 because I want you guys to be able to get it. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee, so if you don't like it, and if you don't see a difference in your premature ejaculation, just send me an email. We'll refund you. Look, it's literally zero risk. You have nothing to lose and so much to gain. Hi, Carlos. Okay, so let's define sex. I challenge you guys. Type your definition of sex. How do I feel about a foot fetish? I feel great. I don't have one myself, but I'm cool with you having one, Julian. What's your definition of sex? Try it. My computer is in the shop right now, so I can't even enjoy the click, 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 click. I'm like doing this from my phone. New iPhone. Sex, orgasm. Okay, well, I don't know that I would define sex as orgasm. Michael Marida. Abhijit. Connection, I would agree. Hi, Brett in Australia. Connection is a part of sex. I would also think, like, does sex have to always include a body? Can sometimes sex be, like, can you have mind sex? What if you're having sex with someone on the internet, like through video, but you're touching yourself? Are you still having sex? Does that not qualify as sex? I like John. I love that you are just holding it down for group sex in the comments. I have tried group sex, and I think that with the right combination of conversation beforehand, group sex can be amazing. Active pleasure with genital parts. Okay, I like that, Farouk. That's a good example. Let's see some more definitions, y'all. What does sex mean to you? I'll be honest with you. I'm a sex professional. I talk about sex for a living all day, and I don't have a super clear definition of sex. People asking about premature ejaculation. Go to bettersexcoach.com. Click, I think it's last longer in bed at the very top. And that will take you to the landing page where you can purchase Come When You Want, which is my course. That is how you cure premature ejaculation. I made you a whole course, 3.5 hours, step by step. Do this first, do this second, do this third. It's the exact same. It's the methodology that I invented. I created it. No one else has got the Come When You Want method. I did it. I did it after working with literally hundreds of men on curing their premature ejaculation. I put all the things that worked in one video course, and then I put it online. I recorded it. I recorded it sitting literally right here. So that's the answer. Go get it. Free money, 30-day money back guarantee. Connecting two people. Everyone's perception of what sex entails is different, so I don't think there's a standard answer. That's a great answer. Sleeping with different people for practice. Love making with partner lasting long enough for both to get orgasms. Do I act pornography? Nope, I don't make porn. At least not to share with anybody. Sometimes my husband and I make porn, but that's just for us. Okay, so we've agreed. Like, sex is kind of hard to define. I don't know if it has to involve genitals or not. Like, sometimes I think that. Can someone put the "come when you want" link in the chat for Ajibat? I'm sorry, man. I can't. Your name goes really fast. Does he suck your toes? Oh my gosh. Okay. Back to the subject at hand. Is masturbation sex? I like to think of masturbation as sex. It definitely qualifies as some of the things about sex. Like, even the most narrow definition of sex, it involves genitals. It can involve orgasm. It involves pleasure. It involves the body and mind connection. Like, I think masturbation should be considered sex. Julian, I will do a live on foot fetishes, but today's not the day. We're talking about the definition of sex, my friend. I can go a day without orgasming. Okay. So, did we come to an agreement? Is masturbation sex? I think so. I think it is. I think by all definitions, like, so we use the word connection. A lot of people use the term connection to describe sex. I think that masturbation connects me to myself. You know, when I masturbate, I'm making love to myself. Now, I don't masturbate as if like I'm trying to get the job over. I mean, some days I do. Some days I'm like, oh, you just want to have an orgasm and get back to work. So on those days, it's still sex, but it's like, it's more like a quick fuck, right? As opposed to like making love or like having a sexual session with myself. Like, huge important distinction there, right? Like, you can masturbate in all the different ways that you can have sex. You can use masturbation as a way to practice. As someone said right at the top of the video, like, I use masturbation to practice for sex so that when it comes to intercourse, sexual intercourse, I'm prepared. I can last longer because I have been having sex. I haven't had sex since July of 2005. Is that a choice, or would you like to have sex? Because if that's a choice, congratulations. Like, way to make a choice that's right for you. But if you would like to have sex, I highly recommend that you do have sex. And that might involve like dating, but that could involve going to see a sex worker, going to see a sex professional. So I've been doing it a couple of years. This lets me learn a lot about my body and how it reacts. Absolutely. Masturbation is one of the best ways to learn about your body. It's kind of a shame that it has such a bad rap. Like, even just the word masturbation is so awful. It doesn't sound good. It doesn't, like, I like to use the word self-pleasure. It's been 2013 since having sex. You know, I literally just finished filming. The reason that all the lights and cameras are set up is that I just finished filming a video on incels. Do you guys know what the term incel means? Oh, thanks, James. I think I keep getting hotter because I keep learning how to put on my eyebrows better. Do you guys know what an incel is? I-N-C-E-L, incel, involuntary celibate. Does anyone on this chat right now identify as an incel? I'm curious because I literally just made a video for you if you do. Yes, yes, no. Come on, type, 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 type. Come on, come back, type, put it the keyboards. Tick, 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 tick. Yes. No, you don't know what it is? Uh-oh, what? I'm just reading. No, you're very beautiful. I am from Nigeria. Thank you, smart. Probably since 2009, the last time I had good sex. Never heard of. No. Okay, so I'll just let you in on it. Incel stands for involuntary celibate. Celibate means someone who's not having sex. Involuntary means not by choice. So it means essentially like not choosing, but not having sex. In other words, like, I'd like to be having sex, but I'm not having sex, and it's not a choice. I would choose to have sex. And I think that incel in and of itself is not like a bad term. It's actually a great term. It's like a brilliant term. I'm from Detroit, team of angels. Incel is a only got to be a bad word because in 2014 there were a couple mass killings by someone who self-identified as an incel, someone who was so mad at his celibacy, he was so mad at his place in the world that he killed people. He killed women in a sorority, actually. But the interesting thing, and this is sort of where this whole conversation comes up, is that when he wrote about his, and it's been years since, it's probably been 2014 since I read what he wrote, but he wrote about how men were bullying him and how men made him feel shitty for not having sex with women, how men told him that he was worthless, that he wasn't a real man, that he was a loser because he wasn't having sex. Like, it wasn't women that made him feel bad. Like, ideally, women would have been the people he wanted to have sex with, right? But he took out all of that pain and all that anger on women who likely didn't even know him, and definitely never made him feel bad for not having sex before. Yeah, I think that the term incel could be a sort of, it can be a term that people like overly identify with that actually causes you to stay that way. So I'm going to say this in the video that you all get to see later if you're subscribed to my channel. But if you identify as a loser, you stay a loser. If you identify as a loser, you're going to walk around like this. You're going to talk softly, and you're going to probably just like not even go up to the woman that's cute, right? You're probably not even going to try to get laid because you're just going to tell yourself, I'm a loser, I'm a loser, I'm a loser. Like, if you keep telling yourself, I'm an incel, I'm an incel, I'm an incel, I'm an incel, instead of like, I'm someone who's trying to get laid, I'm someone who's going to get laid, I'm a sexual being who is out to have a sexual life and I want to have a sexual experience. Like, if you over-identify with that idea, then you are sort of trapping yourself by that identity. And I think that that's like a really, it's sort of a hopeless place to come from, right? And I think that sex is like such a big place of hope. Like, sex is the promise of satisfaction and pleasure and joy. As someone just wrote that women are evil. People are not evil. Like, all women, 50% of the population is evil? Not likely. Like, just like 50%, just like all men are not evil, right? There's a whole lot of pain in the world. There's people that do bad things. There's people that take advantage of other people. Wyatt. So people who have a disability that prevents them from maybe, like, are you physically disabled in the way that you can't perform, like can't have sex, can't get an erection, can't use your mouth, hands to have sex? Or are you saying that because of your disability, you find it hard to date and find potential sexual partners? Because I think is an important distinction there too. But anyways, I think that the incel idea that women are somehow bad or evil comes from this misunderstanding that women are somehow different than men. And like, women and men are different, for sure. There's important distinctions. But after that, they are not that different. Like, outside of physically, women's noses are more sensitive. Women are better at this, men are better at that. Like, we're very, very, very similar. Self-pleasure on MDMA is mind-blowing. Felipe, I couldn't agree with you more. Self-pleasure and intoxicated can be amazing. Someone saying that they're physically disabled. Well, I think that people who are physically disabled certainly have, and I can't speak 100%. Like, I can't speak for disabled people. I can't even speak for a small percentage of disabled people. But in my experience, like, it's just an additional challenge to dating. And that if you find that maybe dating is like presenting some challenges, you're not having the results that you want, I recommend seeing a sex worker. I'm coming out. Here's my statement. Here's my platform. Go see a sex worker. Go see a sex worker that is qualified, like someone who is legally of age. And I mean, at least, like, I'm going to say in their late 20s to 30s, because that's someone who is choosing to be in a sex work position. Choose someone who is doing sex work, of sober mind. They're choosing. They're not addicted to drugs, so they're having sex. They're not underage. They're not under pimp or something, right? They are choosing to engage in sex work. They're choosing to touch people's body in a sexual way in order to earn a living. And some people are doing this really they're almost like therapists with their hands, So if you're disabled, if you haven't had sex since 2005 and you really want to have sex, go have sex. Save up some money and pay for sex. There's no shame in that. There's absolutely zero shame in that. You deserve to have sex. And I'm not saying that sex workers are the only people that are available. I'm just saying that if it's come to that position, go to rubmaps.ch or whatever that website is that talks about all the rub and tugs, all the happy ending massage parlors. Again, go to one where the women choose to be there. They're not enslaved. They speak English. You can ask them about their life. You can actually talk to them. Go. And you do have enough money. If you get creative, you can find the money to go do that. Is phone sex a good thing? If you enjoy it, yeah, anything that you enjoy that doesn't hurt anybody else is totally fine. Do it. But I really think that phone sex can be satisfying, but I've also talked to men who said they blew $4,000 in a weekend on phone sex, right? And I think you could easily spend that money and actually have someone go on a date with you and touch your body if you have that kind of money to spend on phone sex. And let's be real, if you have enough money to spend on new Nikes or going out to drink or having beers at home or a Netflix subscription or fantasy football league bets or whatever, you've got enough money to pay someone to give you sexual satisfaction and use her body to touch yours and make you feel good. You deserve it. And okay, so maybe you don't want to go see a sex worker. Don't assume just because you're disabled or just because you haven't had sex since 2005 that you can't have sex or that no one wants to have sex with you. You're taking yourself out of the running before you even tried. You haven't even tried. Some of the comments. I haven't been reading the comments. I've been talking. All right, let's see some comments. Let's see some thoughts. What did I say? Never understood the concept of phone sex. No contact. Yeah, I agree. But if it gets you off, it gets you off. No judgment for me. It's not my thing. But I prefer to help. I coach people over the phone. So I talk on the phone for a living. All my clients are over the phone. I do have one person that I see here in Chicago in my office, but I like talking on the phone. Aditya, nice body. Thank you. I lift. I was doing, what is it called? What is this when we do the bark? I was doing the negative version of that. Negative pull-up. Enjoy your show. Love your show. I am on Instagram, Caitlin Victorious. I personally wouldn't try it. Pull-up, thank you. Yeah, pull-up. I was doing that, but the negative pull-ups and Derek, I don't have that kind of money. I don't drink. I don't go out. Derek, do a budget. Send it to me. Show me where all your money is going. And I will show you where you can cut back in order to pay someone for their touch in their company. Please, you and Trip live in the same city. I know. Why don't you come and do an intensive with me and Trip? Trip does 3, 4, 5-day intensives. And I will totally come in. You can come talk to me in my office. We will do an intensive on sex and relationships with just me. Me and Trip could take you out. We could do wing woman, wing man. Trip's a great wingman. Trip comes with Trip and I talk on panels all the time. We be hanging out. Trip right now, everyone recognizes Trip. Trip is way more famous, right? So we'll be out and someone will be like, oh my God, this Trip. I love your advice. Da, da, da. And I'm always like, I'm on YouTube too. Subscribe to my channel. I just did a video for Trip. Trip is awesome. I love that guy. You should follow him. Sorry, I wasn't asking. Does it once a week? Does what once a week? Ask me again. Delayed ejaculation. Yes, I have a whole video on delayed ejaculation. Delayed ejaculation is actually something I really love working on. Some people want company more than sex. Best cold approach. No, there's never been a good cold approach. It's just how someone's energy is. Someone asked me if I was Polish once, and I giggled him right out of the bar because I'm not, but it was a good try. But he smelled awful. That's really why. If he had smelled great and had a great presence, I probably would have flirted with him. I'm a pretty easy flirt. I like flirting. I like talking to people. It's not really about the pickup line. It's about how you say it. Niece and a nephew I am praying for. Paying for. Got you. Okay, seen your DE video, but you're still working on it. Well, what is the problem for you with delayed ejaculation? Often it's a problem with shame, like you're not letting yourself enjoy sex enough. Sometimes the problem with delayed ejaculation is that you have some like pent up ideas about sex that are still like happening in your body, like, oh, it's dirty, it's bad, the things that I want to do. Maybe you're not allowing yourself to do the things that actually you enjoy. Like when it comes to delayed ejaculation, do you have any injury? Do you take any medication? Have you looked through your medications at the side effects to see if any of them cause delayed ejaculation? My Instagram is Caitlin Victorious X, spelled the same, Caitlin Victorious X. Your smile reminds me of a teacher. I hope they were a good teacher. I hope it was a good experience. I hope they were smiley. I do it every day. I think I need to stop. I wonder if you're talking about masturbation. I'm pregnant and you're the father. That's good. I just watched a couple good videos on flirting. I can't remember the YouTube channel's name. Maybe I'll do. Would you guys like to see a video from me on how to flirt, how to pick up, cold pickup lines? I think one of the best pickup lines, honestly, is just a compliment. Instructional video would show, oh yeah, bro, that's what made me internet famous to begin with, is an instructional video on how to make women squirt. That's on my channel. Go check it out. Is porn bad? Not all porn is bad, and not all porn in all circumstances is bad. But if you're working on something like delayed ejaculation, or you want to last longer, you want to go get laid, you want to enjoy sex more, I wouldn't do delayed ejaculation, or I wouldn't do porn. Derek is saying women hate me. Derek, I think that you should go talk to a counselor. First of all, women don't hate you. Women are not evil. You are in a position where you're supporting your sister and her child, it sounds like. I think that you should, you obviously are in a stressful position. Like, go talk to somebody about that. Because I don't think anybody hates anybody unless there's something in them that they are hating. And I think that, like, figuring out how to love you is going to help you to get a better job, make more money. It's going to help you to take better care of your sister, your nephew. Like, okay, sorry, we're getting deep on that. Someone asked me how often I have sex. Well, again, are we talking about, is masturbation sex? If so, pretty regularly. Some women are evil. Okay, some men are evil. Okay, some cats are evil. Okay, some countries, some dictators, some warships, some television shows. I don't know. What is evil? Define evil. Some people are evil. Tell me something I don't know. If you're not in doubt, wait for She Comes 2 to come out. So I mentioned this once before, but I'll mention it again for all the people that joined. I just finished filming my second video course, my second masterclass. It's called She Comes 2. And it is all about being a great lover. So like men ask me all the time about tips, about techniques, about what do I do in order to, how do I make her squirt? What if I like this? How do I do group sex? How do I get her off? What do women like? And so I decided to answer all of those. Like, what do I do if I have a small penis? What do I do if I have a wide penis? What do I do? So I put all of your questions. I answered all of them in one video course, and I put them all in order. And then I made it into like the order of a sexual technique, it's not a technique, like a sexual encounter. So it goes like seduction, foreplay, intercourse, aftercare. And then I filmed all of that, and now it's with a video editor, and it's going to be available for purchase soon. So if you liked Come When You Want, which is my first course, or if you haven't checked it out, go to bettersexcoach.com and click Last Longer in Bed, and it will show you the landing page for Come When You Want. If you buy it, you'll get a 30-day money-back guarantee, and if you do not like it, just return it. Just send me an email, no hard feelings. And if you did like it already, then wait and get my second course because it's going to come out soon. I'm going to try to get it as soon as possible. And it's great. It's really, really good. Cuddling is good. Gert, I'm going to leave it on that. Cuddling is good. I wish you all awesome weekends ahead of you. I wish you lots and lots of cuddles. And tell me what kind of videos you like. I'll check the comments again tomorrow, but I'll read through them. Tell me what videos you want. I'm like in a filming frenzy. I've done 3 videos today. I've got more to do. I just wanted to stop and do a live because talking to you makes me feel good and reminds me why I do what I do. You guys are great. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'll talk to you soon.